Hi everybody, and welcome back to Kevin's Upfront Opinion. Now, thought I'd speak a bit about football today, or this morning anyway, specifically about Phil Foden and Marcus Rashford. Now, we'll come to Marcus Rashford first, because obviously the England manager last night called them both out after the game, basically said, in a nutshell, they performed poorly, never really created anything. So my question is, now, when you take a look at Marcus Rashford, he's performed poorly for what? Two years, if not longer? Whether that's in an England shirt or a Man United shirt. Now, there are going to be those that are going to say, yeah, but since he's gone to Aston Villa and he's been under Unai Emery, his performances have increased and been a bit better. But does that justify 2 years of underperforming for England when he's been picked and done jack all, and for Manchester United, where he basically did sweet FA after time? My 1-year-old son could have probably performed better than Marcus Rashford, and that might be being a bit mean, but I think you'll understand my point. So the question I've got, and I'm wondering, is it now time to call it day on Marcus Rashford for England at the moment, unless the lad, and I've got no personal gripe or problem with Marcus Rashford generally, because he used to be a great player, making runs on the wing, or if he was just in behind, getting assists, getting crosses in, scoring goals. So what I wonder is it time? Is it time to put them on? No problem calling them up and just putting them on the subs bench, make them an impact player like Gareth Southgate did in the Euros in England. Didn't really do much, to be honest. Missed the penalty as well in the final. But he didn't really do anything. He didn't really impact or anything. But is it time to stop picking him for England? Because there's obviously something wrong. I would suggest probably in his personal life, but he's unable to get himself ready to perform at club level or international level, or he's just really got no interest anymore. He's had enough. He's had enough of the spotlight, all the pressure always being on the lad. You know, because you've got to remember, he's only a young lad. He's under 30. He's still a kid. So would the fair thing be to stop putting him in the spotlight? Because eventually he is going to proper break, and you don't want to end up seeing him becoming like another Paul Gascoigne or anybody like that. I'm not saying he's going to turn to drink or anything like that, but you don't want to see anything like that happen to him. And to be honest, it's not a case we don't have options on the left hand side, because we do, because obviously we have the lad from Newcastle who can come in and probably do a job on that left hand side. Okay, and the argument is he's going to be high energy, he's going to run at players, he's going to run at fullbacks especially, proving that at Newcastle on countless occasions. He's going to get crosses into the box, he's going to get assists. He might even get the occasional goal, which he does for Newcastle. He's not going to score as many goals probably as Marcus Rashford used to for Man United. I'm not going to try and pretend he is, because he probably isn't. He's not that type of player. He's more of what I would call the traditional English winger, who's going to run down that byline and get the ball in the box, which is what a winger's job really is at the end of the day. Okay, so that's Marcus Rashford done. Now, when it comes to Phil Foden, I don't know what the problem is for Phil Foden. I could probably come up with suggestions that Phil Foden does well for his club, but he doesn't do well for his country. Why? Now, as a general rule, Phil Foden plays behind the striker at Man City a lot of the time. Yeah, he'll play on the wing, on the right wing, but if you take a look at it, how often does Phil Foden actually get played in position? Not very often. You know, last night he was on the right. Still not putting him in his favourite position behind the striker. So, is it a case that Phil Foden's problem is he's used to being put in teams with world-class players, which England aren't, and if you look at the team last night, wasn't world-class all the way through the team, from at the back in defence through midfield to attack. Categorically wasn't. Okay. Or is it that he can't cope with being played out of position, which he's been far too used to? So is it a case of you either play him in his favoured position, which nowadays seems to be in the 10 slot, or you don't play him, because if you're going to play him on the wing, you go and find someone else to play there. Because at the end of the day, every fan, England fan this is going to want to see every England player given 10 out of 10. And if you're not, be prepared, and I mean this, and I'm old enough to remember, be prepared to be bashed in the papers the following day, because that's what's going to happen. And in a digital age, be prepared to be bashed on social media and every single platform going. So if I was Phil Foden, I would be saying either pick me in my favourite spot or don't pick me. Pick somebody who's better in that position than me. Whether that means it costs me an England cap or not. You know, what's important to you? The team? Or another cap to boast and show off to all your celebrities and your friends back at club and your family? And that's what you got to ask yourself. You know, so for now, let us know what you think. Do you think it's time to call on Marcus Rashford and ask potentially Phil Foden, if you can't perform on the wing and we want you on the wing, maybe somebody else needs to play that? So let us know in the comments what you think. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again a bit later.